Hello, welcome to Tech Talk, the show where we spotlight students, professionals, or teachers. Joining us today is a local cable station manager, and this is Tech Talk. Joining us today is Mike Solomon, the station manager of Clifton TV, and he's here to talk about what working in real TV studio is all about. So, tell us, Mike, how did you get your start in television production?
I started back in 2020 with the channel. So I'd always kind of grown up around production and cameras and microphones and all that kind of good stuff. In 2020, I was laid off of my job, and I started I said, this is the time I'm really going to try to work hard to get into production of some sort. And I was looking and couldn't really find anything. And then finally, it's just funny enough, it's a good lesson, but I said, you know what, let me just see what I can do to volunteer since I have this time off. I'll take the time to do that. So I searched Clifton Volunteer, which is the city that I'm from, and the first thing that came up was the cable station. And so I started volunteering with them in 2020.
That's really cool. Tell us a little about how long have you been involved with Clifton TV and what you like most about the job?
Yeah, so in 2020, I started there as a volunteer, and it kind of progressed quickly from there. So by 2021, they created a temporary part-time position for me. And then by 2022, I had taken over the station as the station manager. So I've been there for a total of about 3 years now. And some of the things I like about it is obviously I like production, I like film. So I get a chance to work in that field. I get a chance to work with local people. And it's a lot of diversity. So one day you might be doing a municipal meeting, but then you also have like parades and concerts and fun stuff to do like that.
Explain some of the responsibilities of your job and what kinds of productions are produced there.
Yeah. So the primary responsibility is the live broadcasting of their municipal meetings. So that's their council meetings, the city zoning meetings, and those are more or less done TV production style, where I'll be in a control booth and kind of monitoring the cameras, the audio, and just making sure that if any issues arise, they're handled and dealt with quickly so we can continue with the important information. But we also have a lot of entertainment and outreach, so we'll cover any city events that happen, local theater groups, stuff like that.
So what advice would you give to students who might have a similar goal as you in their career?
I would say, get really hands-on, because, and maybe that's just me, but I find that like if you read about something, you can sort of understand how it works, but there's nothing like actually, using equipment, getting out there, holding a camera, starting to talk to people, and breaking through the things that, you kind of don't want to do. It might be a little uncomfortable at first to do interviews. It might be a little uncomfortable to do certain things. Kind of dive into those things and make your weakest points your strongest points, and everything gets a lot easier after that.
Definitely. What was the best experience you've had from a production, sorry?
I've had a lot of great experiences, a lot of fun things, like I said, like concerts and stuff like that. I would say one of the highlights was the mayor of our city was the mayor for 32 years. It's the longest running mayor ever in the history of the city. And for his retirement, I was able to do a documentary piece for that, which won me an award.
Oh, wow. That's cool. What or who inspired you to become a producer for broadcast?
So I kind of, I was just kind of at a place, like I said, I was laid off, and I said, I've always wanted to pursue this. And I just was thinking about like what called to me from a very young age, in terms of like when do we turn from, a job to a career. And one of the things that kept standing out of my mind is, man, I've always loved the thought of, imagining something and picturing, scenes from a movie or a TV show and how I could bring that to real life. And so it's sort of been a long-standing thing that stemmed from just early imagination, just having fun, thinking of scenes and stuff like that.
Now it's time for a segment we call Clifton Trivia. Can you take a guess when Clifton was founded?
1917.
Yes, that's true, actually. Can you guess the origin of the word Clifton?
I believe it has something to do with the local mountain range, the cliff coming from local mountains, I believe.
Yeah, it's Town by the Cliff. That's correct.
Ah, that's right.
Okay, last one. Can you guess the original name of Clifton?
Ooh, no, that's a good one. No, I can't.
It's
actually.
hard to pronounce, so it's Aquacannock Township.
Ah, okay. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
You still see that somewhere sometimes.
Yeah, I
in-
think
in
so, too.
certain things. That's cool.
Well, that was fun. We enjoyed having you and hope to visit your studio one of these days. Thank
Yeah,
you so much for
absolutely.
coming. For being a good sport, we have a little gift. We have a surprise for you.
Oh, thank you very much. This is awesome. This is going.
That's
back
it for
to the
this
studio.
episode. All right. That's it for this episode of Tech Talk. Be sure to join us on the next one. Thank you.